All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahushai is the name of his only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the MOTB. The miracle drug is a precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom dwelling called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So right now, as you can hear the drums of war being beaten right around the world, conflicts being stirred up, division amongst nations even amongst the population within the countries. You have division, just like the divided states of America right now, due to certain policies concerning those that are coming across their borders. So you have a lot of things transpiring right now where I go change the whole course of events to come. And one of that main event is going to be World War III. And we have been speaking about this for a while now, yo. And a lot of people say, yo, World War III now going to take place. But that was what they said about World War One and Two. And World War III is going to be much more worse, yo. This is going to be the war to end all wars. So this is Isaiah 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And if you read the scriptures with any form of discernment, you know, so right there, it give you two different depictions of a battle. It give you a battle in which you have people a fight, a chop up each other, like in the ancient world, you know, blood sprinkling all over, battle cry being shouted, and you have a other war within the lines below. It say, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What that represent? The nuclear destruction, yo. And the prophet Isaiah declared these things. And we're gonna give you an example of the first part of this, where it say, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garment rolled in blood. So this is an example. This is a depiction of the ancient world of how battles were carried out and how the armies would be placed in the time of battle. So watch this. You see it? Confused noise. You know? All thing you hear a battle cry, yo. Swords and shield going at it. So that's just an example of how battles used to fought in the ancient world, you know. But this is what they're preparing for in this modern day and age, as they would say.
All these other countries are being warned by NATO officials to start building deep underground military bunkers and to get their people ready for a long-duration conflict. All these countries except America. NATO countries are expected...
Why am I talking about underground bunkers, yo? Represent the other part of the scriptures, yo. As it say, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So the more I'm prepared for the nuclear destruction to come. That's why I'm talking about building bunkers, yo. These various countries around the world.
Except America. NATO countries are expected now to begin building borders along their entire running border with Russia, as Putin warned Europe that an advancement towards warfare was coming. Now, I haven't seen Vladimir Putin expressly say this, but what I have seen is them reiterate through the foreign minister and different operating bodies inside the Russian government that if NATO continues on the path that it is on, Russia will see their movement as an aggression and will be forced to take action. It looks like NATO may just be saying, you know what, we're going to keep going along our path. We're going to keep doing what we're doing and building up massive amounts of military equipment on your border, moving the nukes into the European region from NATO, and basically waiting to dissolve Russia from a long-duration conflict. The project is expected to cost tens of, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe per country. It's said to ensure their readiness to fight the Russian enemies from the first meter of war to the last hour of war. NATO countries are building their bunkers along 3 different national borders. It's expected to deepen into Europe. Europe has been warning now to ramp up weapons and weapons production capabilities into wartime levels. They say that a preparation for an impending battle with Vladimir Putin is being readied. As a result of the war growing, the defense ministers of different countries like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania are agreeing now to take similar actions. The Baltic nations will begin constructing an extensive network of bunker fortifications along the border. The construction will begin. They're going to make basically hundreds and hundreds of different borders. These will be used by military personnel. They'll be used by citizens. We are seeing some of the contacts we have in meals that are ready to eat and other things that are good for first aid. They say that they're absolutely selling out to countries in the Baltic region. They're buying up everything they have, from the MREs to the bleed stop packs to the trach kits. They're buying up the different airway kits that they have. They're buying up the different ways to stop bleeding, the tourniquets. They're just purchasing hand over fist everything that they have, because if you don't have it, once that war starts, once it's finally declared by Russia to be a war against NATO, or finally declared by NATO to be a war against Russia, if you don't have it in your hands, you're not going to get it. So we need to take a little bit of these warnings from Russian foreign ministers, from the NATO leaders. They're saying to build bunkers. They're saying to get the citizens ready. They're saying to build up your ammo stocks and your gun capabilities. You and I as individuals need to take a little bit.
Marks, you think them bunkers can protect them from what's to come, yo?
In 1946, the US military set up a nuclear bomb underwater to see what would happen, and it went very badly. You see, the Navy was trying to analyze and prove that United States warships could survive a nuclear blast. So they lowered the bomb 90 feet in the water and anchored about 90 ships over it in various distances. The LSM-60 landing ship was right above the...
Is there something wrong with them, man, yo? Them man have to be taken out of power, yo.
Today we're comparing the scale of of thousands more to high levels of radiation. It gets worse. The temperature of the world's most destructive nuclear bombs, including one so devastating it was deemed too risky to use. Brace yourself. It's about to get loud. Starting off, we have the 15-kiloton bomb that the U.S. dropped on Hiroshima in 1945. Little boy caused the deaths of around 80,000 people and exposed tens of thousands more to high levels of radiation.
Let's see what I say. This shall be with what? Burning and fuel of fire. Best believe that, yo. Let me get this precept first. I want to say Isaiah 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. So, on the draw an eye, make sure some ears are work. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. These things are not being brought out in the churches. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So the armies of the earth, this is what Yahweh Bashim Yoshai have prepared for you. So these nuclear missiles on our bill is to lead to your downfall, yo. Is it not written in Isaiah, I want to say 54 verse 16? What the fuck? Why not go and see? This is Isaiah 54 verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So this is what Yahweh Shimon Shai have put into the minds of these scientists, so they may come up with this technology, which is these nuclear blasts, and it's for this specific purpose. Well, Isaiah prophesied that the war that he's gonna fight is gonna be with burning and fuels of fire, and this is what's coming, yo. Because the Lord had prepared what? What it's saying in Isaiah 34, the Lord had prepared a sacrifice. Verse 3, this is Isaiah 34 verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek way of saying Edom, and upon the people of my curse, the judgment. And this is what we're out there declaring now. The judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the Lord have a great sacrifice. Alright, I'm going to read it for you. This is verse 6. And the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and the goats, with the fat of the kidneys of the rams. For Yahweh had a sacrifice in Basra, which Basra now is America, yo. And a great slaughter, because Basra is a chief city in ancient Edom, which America right now is Basra, yo. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. This is what the Yahweh Shimon Shai is preparing. So let's take a look at more of this clip.
It gets worse. The temperature near the blast site in Hiroshima reached 300,000 degrees Celsius.
For perspective, that's about 300 times hotter than the temperature bodies are cremated at. Sounds horrifying, right? Well, we're just getting started.
That is hell, eh? When you love talk about somewhere under the earth where people are gonna burn upon the earth and not people are gonna get burned, you know. On the earth. That's
In
where people are gonna get
2017,
burned.
North Korea
On the earth, yo.
detonated a nuclear bomb 16 times more powerful than the one that devastated Hiroshima. The nuke is said to have weighed in around 250 kilotons. Ish. Yeah, here's where things get a little murky. Researchers aren't exactly sure what the power of the bomb was, and North Korea isn't spilling the tea. But they estimate it was between 148 to 328 kilotons. On the
And I want to remember, this was a while ago. Imagine how far they have advanced in these weapons, yeah? So that was just a quick clip and a quick thought that came to mind, you know, while I was reading that precept. So I hope this is edifying with that I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kodash, Shalom.